Everyone, welcome back to another MLB PI 2018 video. It is Shim from the Shim Place here. What is popping? Hope you're having a good day. And today we are going to be talking about cheaper replacements for legends. I'm just going to be doing it position by position because a lot of the players from the same position have better stats. So cheaper replacements, more than likely they're going to be highly boosted players such as +7 players or +10 players or somewhere within that range. So let's get it started off with first baseman. Konerko is a very, very expensive legend. 75 billion GP, that'll set you back a whole lot. His contact is in the mid 103s. 103 throwing, 80 running. If you want a better, cheaper replacement for him, I recommend the 2018 Live SE Player of the Week, Matt Carpenter. Then you could get him at a +10 if you really wanted. Much better hitting stats. Better running, better throwing, and it's about 25% of the price. If you're looking on the low end, such as Rod Carew or Jeff Bagwell even, or you're looking for the first baseman like in the 6 billion range, such as Fred McGriff and Powell, the Orioles first base legend, you could go for, say, this Matt Carpenter. You could even go for the +6 Matt Carpenter if you really wanted to. That's still a cheaper alternative. Same with the +5. That's a very nice card. So let's move on to the next position. Alright, so now looking at second baseman. There's only 2 legend second basemen in the game as of when I'm making this video. And that is, I'm not even going to try to say this guy's name. He's Cardinal second baseman. Tell me how to pronounce it in the comments down below. And then you also have Grich. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So, the Cardinal second baseman, lots of contact, not much power, not very fast either. And Grich is also not very fast either. However, he does have more power and less contact than the Cardinal second baseman. So I recommend getting Jonathan Scope at say a +10. Really nice hitting stats here. 108 lefty contact, 109 righty contact, 107 power. And not very fast as well, just like the 2 legends. 95 throwing as well, even though the legend second baseman throwing is in the 105 range, 104, 105. To be honest, second basemen don't need to throw the ball very far, which means you won't really need a very strong arm. And 100 overall versus a 97 overall and a 98 overall. He just has better stats in general. He's a very nice card. I almost got him for my main team once. Not the Padres team, the other main team. Not the Cardinals either. Alright, moving on. Alrighty then, so for shortstops, the cheaper replacement to a legend is going to be 2010 Troy Tulowitzki. I know there's also a 2011 version. I believe that is very close as well, as far as stats go, and I think it's like a little bit cheaper, but not by a whole lot, maybe like 1 million GP. So, looking at his +10, you can also go for his +9 if you want to if you want to save about 3 billion. Still both good cards. You see his hitting stats there, 106 lefty contact, 101 righty contact, 103 power. Only 91 speed. But Ernie Banks does not have a whole lot of speed. Alan Trammell does have speed though, but not a lot of power. So for these 2 legends, it's kind of like a trade-off. But Troy Tulowitzki kind of has both, which is really nice. So let's move on to the next position. Alright, so there's a lot of legend third basemen in this game. So yeah, these are the top four, however, or yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the top four. They're all pretty expensive. 16 Beaufort Boggs is the cheapest one. So, if you're going to get Matthews and you don't have like an all Braves team or something, for 38 billion, I suggest that you would get this +7 or +8 Nolan Arenado, world's best. However, if you want to get a replacement for, say, Boggs or Chipper Jones, you could get this Eugenio Suarez for 4.8 billion, really cheap, surprisingly. 90 speed, so decent speed out there. 104 throwing to 104 fielding, 112 power, 108 righty contact, 102 lefty contact. Very nice card, and a much cheaper replacement for, say, Boggs or Chipper Jones. Alright, so for catchers, there's really not a whole lot of good catchers in the game after I just researched it. So, it might not be a bad idea to go for a legend catcher. However, I'm going to stick to the theme of the video. I'm still going to find a cheaper alternative that is somewhat better. So, yeah, you got, bench, Posada Carter. So the replacement is going to be +10, 100 overall, Brian McCann. His hitting stats are not that bad. It might even be better than the other three. But the 112 throwing, certainly better than all the other catchers. And he has 77 speed, which isn't amazing. But none of the other catchers really have blazing speed either. 103 lefty contact, 97 righty contact, 102 power. So not a whole lot better than the other catchers, like, say, the other positions were. But he's still a cheaper alternative to all these other guys. Alright, so for DH, I decided to go with a typical DH, even though the two legend DHs, Edgar Martinez and Paul Molitor, can both play first, and Edgar Martinez can play third. I already went over the third baseman that can replace legends. I already went over the first baseman that can replace legends, I think, or that's coming up soon, I forget. So I decided to go with the boomstick Nelson Cruz. These hitting stats are just monstrous. 110 lefty contact, 106 righty contact, 112 power, 90 throwing, 81 running. Molitor does have good speed, but Edgar Martinez does not. And Nelson Cruz is about half the price of what Paul Molitor and Edgar Martinez are. So he makes for a very dangerous replacement. So for left fielders, I'm looking at the 4 best left fielders in the game. In my opinion, Luis Gonzalez is the best legend left fielder in the game, at least stat-wise, even though Kinner is the most expensive of the bunch. So for a replacement, I would suggest +10 award winners, 2017, Marcell Ozuna. Really nice looking card. 105 lefty contact, 110 righty contact, 107 power, 82 running, 97 throwing. No one really has blazing speed here except for Dusty Baker. And 97 throwing is not bad either. It's not in the hundreds, but 97 throwing is pretty good, and it is good enough for most people. Alright, now we're on to center fielders. So for center fielders, if you notice that a lot of the ones at around the 8 billion to 6 billion price point, they're kind of like Everill and Johnny Damon here. They'll have really high contact, but not so much power, and they're fast, except for Everil for whatever reason. And they have good arms as well. Then the expensive center fielders they have balance, contact, and power. They're fast and they have good arms. Adam Jones here at a plus 10 pretty much has all of those things. Really good contact, really good power. He's fast. He can throw the ball really hard. That's maybe not the best way to put it, but I said it. 103 lefty contact, 106 righty contact, and 104 power. 95 speed is pretty good, and 99 throwing. Almost to 100, but not quite. Moving on. Alright, so we're doing right fielders now. So the top three right fielders are Green, Kingman, and Parker. So they all have good speed. However, I couldn't really find a right fielder with good speed. So I decided to go with Giancarlo Stanton. You can get him at a plus 9 for $5.2 billion. Really nice hitting stats. As I said, not a whole lot of speed, but 103 throwing is really nice. And in my opinion, his lack of speed is made up for with his monstrous power and his really nice contact. And of course, he just has a laser of an arm. Kingman is the only legend that beats him as far as throwing goes. But now let's move on to pitchers. So now we're moving on to starting pitchers. We are not going to be doing relief pitchers because there are no legend relief pitchers. I just got 3 starting pitchers that could replace legends. So yeah. So this Max Scherzer from the Detroit Tigers. Really nice looking card. You can get him at a plus 7 for $5.8 billion. He has an A grade 2-seamer. Really nice looking card to say the least. 99 overall. So about the same overall as say a legend. Now we've got the 2018 All-Star Garrett Cole. You can get his plus 8 for about $6.7 billion. Really nice looking card here. Good pitch mix. He has the knuckle curve instead of the normal curveball. You can see his stats there. All A-grade pitches, really nice. Then we have Trevor Bauer. His windup is really nasty to face in game. You can get his plus 8 for $5.7 billion. Almost A-grade, all A-grade pitches except for the slider. Really nice stats there. 93 velocity as well. So he's going to be throwing hard. He's going to be throwing gas. And with that pitch repertoire, he's going to be a really nasty card to face. Alright, so to wrap the video up, we're going to be going over closers. So I'm looking at Billy Wagner here and Tekulve. So I'm going to recommend 2016 Edwin Diaz. He has pretty well balanced stats, a lot of break, and then command stuff and velocity are about the same. So he has about the same pitch mix as Wagner and Tekulve. I don't know. I still don't know how to say his name. He has the 2-seamer where Tekulve doesn't, and then Edwin Diaz has the sinker instead of the changeup when comparing him to Wagner. You can get his plus 9. 98 overall for $4.3 billion, or his plus 10 at 101 overall for $6.8 billion. Really nice stats on the plus 9 and plus 10, obviously. Yeah, those stats are really good break, good stuff, good velocity, decent stamina, which is somewhat rare for a closer. You see that Tekulve and Wagner both don't have very high stamina. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. Are there any players that I missed? Let me know in the description down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And subscribe on a second account. I know you got the time. Peace out for now.